Thank you so much, Dr. Bachelet. What an amazing evening, and we are so inspired, I think, with each woman who comes up here and man who comes up here. It's truly a remarkable event, I think, for all of us to hear all of the incredible accomplishments that each of these individuals has made in their lifetimes. Our next presenter is the founder, managing partner, and chief investment officer of the New Amsterdam Partners, LLC. She is a pioneer in the male-dominated field of quantitative analysis and finance and is the namesake of the Clayman Institute for Gender Research at Stanford University. She was an honoree at this dinner last year, recognized for her significant contributions to gender research, and it is such a pleasure to welcome her back once again this year as a presenter. Please give a round of applause to Michelle Clayman.
Thank you, Natalie. It's my pleasure to introduce our next presenter, the Treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios. I don't know if you've ever bothered to look at dollar bills, but you'll see the Treasurer signs them. And so if you have any recent currency, you'll see Rosie's signature. And I saw earlier she was handing out samples. Now, I don't know if she's got enough for everyone, but certainly the VIPs got them. So what's impressive about the Treasurer Rios is not just the prestige of the position, but it's rather what she's accomplished. She's a Harvard grad. She's a former economic development powerhouse in California. She's been in the private and the public sectors. Today, she's one of government's strongest advocates for women's advancement. And I can attest to her passion and commitment because we were together on a panel organized by ENCRO a couple of months ago. Rosie has spearheaded numerous initiatives, including a Women in Financial Leadership series featuring the rock stars of the finance industry, and we don't have that many, but it featured SEC Commissioner Mary Shapiro, FDIC Chair Sheila Bair, and consumer protection advocate Elizabeth Warren. She'll be hosting another high-level symposium in April with the participation of the finance ministers of France, Spain, and Peru, all of whom are women. And these symposia are webcast so that they're accessible to a wide audience. Since becoming treasurer, she's raised awareness about the effects of the economic recession on women and families and has launched initiatives to boost financial literacy among women and girls and encourage them to pursue studies and careers in economics, finance, and business. So we can only wish for more leaders like Rosie, and it's my pleasure to introduce her.
Thank you, Michelle, for that kind introduction, and thank you, Linda Bache, and the National Council for Research on Women, for inviting me to join you here tonight. Sounds like dessert's coming, right? All right. Although I live in D.C. right now, and although I still kept my home in California, I must say it's times like this where I've never really felt more at home. As the only woman confirmed in Treasury in 2009, it is always so welcoming and such an inspiration to be among my colleagues here in New York. New York has such energy and such energy and spirit that it always seems to be my what I'll now call my third home. I don't think I need to remind this crowd that tonight is the eve of Women's History Month. I want to hear a loud applause for that. Yes. So it was approximately 1 year ago where I launched the Women in Finance Symposium in Treasury, and I know it was said already earlier this evening, but there is nothing more rewarding than to hear a male, and in this case my boss, Secretary Tim Geithner, actually talk about what it might have been like if women ran Wall Street. So that was his introduction last year, and it was fabulous. So that is definitely an inspiration for us all. So before I am granted the honor of introducing the final award tonight, I just wanted to say a couple of personal words. So I come from a single-parent household, my mom who raised me and my 5 sisters and my 2 brothers. And so I'm here tonight because of my mom, but I do what I do moving forward because of my 10-year-old daughter. And I feel like everything I've learned from them, but everything I am learning also, I learned from you. So thank you to all of you who have inspired me and who will continue to inspire me moving forward. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. So as treasurer, I get a chance to meet many accomplished people on a regular basis, but very few deserve the title legendary. However, Muriel Siebert, or Mickey Siebert as she is known, is certainly all that and more. She is known as Wall Street's first woman of finance. She is the founder, chairwoman, CEO, and president of the firm that bears her name, Muriel Siebert and Company, Inc. Her company is not only a well-regarded discount brokerage firm, but also one of the most prominent women-owned businesses in the industry. Mickey was the first woman to hold a seat on the New York Stock Exchange, and also, yes, thank you. And also the first woman superintendent of banking for the state of New York, a position she held for 5 years. She has always been very involved in community service. When she was president of the New York Women's Agenda, a leading coalition of women's organizations, she developed a financial literacy program that is now being used in public school districts in 64 municipalities. Realizing how financial illiteracy holds people back of every age, Mickey wants to ensure that it gets into school curricula across the country. Now, I had the pleasure of sitting next to Mickey tonight, and she is tirelessly still advocating for financial literacy. In fact, she made it very clear that she'd like to speak to me a little bit more about her program, and I'm looking forward to that conversation. Mickey holds 19 honorary doctoral degrees and has received countless awards and honors. She was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame and is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations, the Economic Club of New York, and the Committee of 200. Today, after more than 40 years on the New York Stock Exchange, Mickey continues to amaze us with her business acumen, her unique life story, and her inspiring example. Please join me in giving a very, very warm and well-deserved welcome to Mickey Siebert.